Welcome to Autocount Cloud Payroll. Firstly, let's talk about the benefits of cloud-based system. Because it is on the cloud, user does not need to have any technical skills or networking knowledge to set up a system, whereas you just go to any browser, your Chrome, Firefox, and key in your login details like so. Click on login and choose your preferred companies. So once you're into the system, you may do whatever you need to do, and user does not need to constantly worry about backups and also updates, as the backups will be done automatically every day at midnight to prevent any data loss. As for updates, if there are any changes made to the system, we AutoCount from our end will push the updates immediately to all users. Users does not need to have a reminder to do backup or to make sure that they are using the latest version of the system. Besides that, the cost to use cloud-based system is actually lower because you do not need to make any upfront payment to purchase any systems, and our system is hosted on Microsoft Azure. Therefore, the security for the data will be provided by Microsoft themselves with their state-of-the-art security protocols. And to start using our payroll system, we only have very simple 7 steps and can be completed within 15 minutes depending on your employee count. So you just follow the simple 7 steps, which creates your company profile, company bank accounts, allowances, deduction if any, and just set up the company calendar, import your employees, and you're done. So this takes very short time depending on your employee numbers. Alright, now let's check out our payroll process. Our system can process multiple payroll process in a single month. For example, if you process your commissions on the 15th of each month, or maybe your claims on the 15th of each month, after that you may process your month-end salary during the end of the month, maybe on the 25th or the 28th. So in that case, I will just choose month-end salary here, and I'll choose the period, which what month and what year, and I can choose my departments or its individual staff or every employee if I click this. So, for example, if you guys process claims on the 15th, you guys can also process on commissions on the 20th of the month, bonus on the 25th, and finally month-end salary on the 28th of each month. So each and every month you can process multiple payroll processes, and all the processes, your reports, your bank payments file can be separated or combined to one single file. So after you process your month-end salary, you can see that it will show a summary of your employees, total number of employees, and all the details. And you can go into further detail by clicking this button. And this will show each and individual employee, and you can double check and also amend details if you miss out anything. For example, if I miss out any commissions, I can click on this, and I can add a new row to modify the details. And as for calculations, deduction, and also EPF, SOCSO, all the relevant government information, all will be automatically calculated. Once everything is accurate and correct, you may go back to the previous page and you can click on Commit All to confirm all your payroll salary details. But you can actually generate some monthly summary files for checking purposes, or maybe your company needs a HOD to approve or sign on something. You can actually download one file and submit to him or her, and he can do the approval before you commit this payroll process. So once everything is already completed, all checking is done, you can actually click on this Commit All to confirm your payroll process. But do not worry, if you have any mistakes after clicking on Commit, you can actually uncommit and do some modifications again. And this button will appear after you click on Commit, which is Send Notification, which will send notifications to all your employees either via email or via our mobile app. Will let them know that, oh, their payslip for this month is actually available, and they can view and download their payslips accordingly. For payslips, we do have multiple designs that users can choose from our management report. Choose payslip. We currently have more than 10 design choices for users to choose, and users may modify them by themselves using the design button here to customize based on their requirements. Besides that, users may also call our support team for us to assist you to create your perfect payslip design. In order for your employees to have access to the system, you may invite them using our Invite Users module. There are 2 ways to invite your users. First, you can use this Add New button by entering their email address. selecting which employee does this email address belong to, and selecting the access group. By default, we have two. One is employee user, whereas they are a normal employee that can only view their own personal information. Next, payroll user, which means they are HR or admin staff where they have more access rights. The second method is to use our uninvited employees Excel template, where we will provide you a template which contains the employee code and also the employee name. So what you need to do is you gather your employees information like email address, key in here and save it. You may upload the file after that, and the system will automatically invite all the users that you key in. The system will send them an email which contains their email and a temporary password. They may log in with those details. For overtime, we do have a standard overtime table, and the rates can be modified to suit your company needs. We do also include the option to have round up to nearest 10 or nearest 5. Besides that, our payroll system does support formulas. Formulas can be done for deduction or allowances. For an example, I can show you that if lateness count is more than 3 times, the system will deduct a 50 ringgit from the employee's salary. This can be created for allowances as well, maybe attendance allowance and so on. If you have a time attendance system that can export to an Excel file, that file can be linked to our system by first mapping the employee code and other information to the Excel file. After that, you may upload the Excel file and our system can gather that information to create overtime or even allowances and deductions. After completing the payroll process, you can now make salary payment to your employees via our electronic payment module, which can create bank payment files that you can submit to your respective bank portals. For example, I want to pay out my commission only. I click on commission and I choose my paying bank. So example, I have Hong Leong Bank. I click on download. Depending on your bank, they might have multiple choices. For example, for Hong Leong, they have the Hong Leong default, Connect Biz, and even Connect First. Just choose the respective bank of your choice. Click on download. Once the file is downloaded, I may use this file and upload into my bank portal, and the bank will process it from there. Besides that, I can also make EPF, SOCSO, EIS, and LHDN payments with the similar process of downloading and submitting to my bank portal. Reports in the system will be split into 2 categories, which is management report and also government report. There are multiple filter options for each and every payroll report or even government report. You can filter them by department or by employee. You can multi-select different employees. And also a report-specific filter. For example, payroll summary, you may split it into month-end or bonus or claim report. Besides that, the reports can be exported to multiple popular formats such as PDF, CSV, and even Excel files. If you do need to customize or change something in the report, you may use our design feature, where you can actually design the report yourself. You can change the layout, you can change the field, the column yourself, or you can give us a call and our support team will gladly assist you on that. Next, we do have something unique, which is our instant EA form, where you are able to generate an EA form anytime. For example, if you have an employee leaving in October, the system can instantly provide you with an EA form to pass to this individual employee. This is to prevent during next year, maybe you have a hard time getting in touch with the employee or forgetting to provide this to the employee. This will save you precious time and also effort. For the ease of our HR users, we have a compilation of commonly used HR letters template that can be generated to employee with a little bit effort. So what you can do is, for example, if I want to provide a promotion letter to one of my staff, just promotion letter, I can give it to a specific department, specific employee. For example, I take my employee and I will select one employee name, press on preview. So the template letter will be generated with the today's date, the employee name, employee ID, IC, and address. And the letter here is a template, but you can actually modify this letter currently. So I can key in extra information, and once I'm done, I can download or I can print the letter and pass it to my employee. Furthermore, I can also edit this template to include maybe my company letterhead or change the sentencing and save it in the system. Or if I have some letter that I commonly use in my company, I can also submit that letter template to the system, and the system will store it for future use. Since this is a cloud-based system, there can be multiple users or admin accessing the system at any time. Therefore, we have this multiple access rights setting that you can set for different users. For example, you have a senior HR admin, you have a junior HR staff, so they might have different access rights. So what you can do is you can go to a particular employee. You can actually modify their access group. They can be a payroll user, which is a admin. They can be an employee user, which they can only access their own particular information. For example, if an admin, you can actually select different access rights for this particular employee. The view, add, edit, and delete options are available. So for example, I can allow an admin to only view but not add or delete, or I can add an admin that can only add items but not delete or edit items. So this can be particularly useful if you have different levels of users. Another thing is that you can actually assign a particular admin or user to only process maybe the payroll for a particular group, maybe the basic employees, or maybe a different HR admin staff can process the payroll for the management side of staffs. So you can have a lot of customization to select and which employee can have different access. If you are one of our existing auto counting users, we actually have a seamless integration tool that can help assist to reduce the workload of you guys, especially the ones of our accounting team, to have the ability to pass payroll journals to our accounting software. So what this does is the amount of salary that is given out to the employees, that amount must be tracked. So you can actually post a journal directly to our accounting software. Therefore, the amount of work can be reduced by at least 50%. Finally, let's head over to our application. So the application is available on Android, iOS, and also Huawei App Store. The app itself is totally free of charge to download, and you also do not need to pay any extra to use the app itself. With the web application and also their mobile app, users or your employees will be able to access our employee self-service portal, which they can apply leave and apply claims, and also check on their history of their leaves and claim their balances, which is shown right here. And they can see each and individual entitlements, taken dates, and also their balance. Very easy and convenient. Besides that, they can also even get their payslips, their previous payslips. For example, if they need to take out a loan for something and they need 3 months payslips, they can download themselves, and also EA forms for the entire service history. And another good thing is that, for example, their payslips, if they are working in your company for example 10 or 20 years, 20 years worth of payslips will be available for them to download, as our system will store all the history. Going to the bottom, we can see company announcements. Company can post announcement for all employees to view and keep track. Finally, company shared documents. So this can store your company handbook, HR guidelines, policies, all those documentations you can be uploaded, and also save costs and also the environment for printing less paper. The function and features that I mentioned previously on the web-based application will be available on a mobile application as well. The leave application, claim application, and also payslips information all will be available, as well as the EA form. And if you are an approver who approves leaves or claim, you may access this by using our requested approval section, and you may approve and reject leaves and claims accordingly. So that will be all for my sharing for today. Thank you for watching and stay safe.